Infrastructure in the metro has been under the spotlight. Residents of Bonella have been living in deplorable conditions. Raw sewage has been flowing down the roads, blocking their driveways for the past 6 months. The community were forced to close the road to limit traffic, splashing sewage on cars and property. The community claim that the problem persists despite municipal teams being sent to the area to unclog sewage pipes.
We need answers from management, senior management or middle management, and all we need to know for now is, because everybody is asking the same questions but no answers, we need to have a time. When will this be sorted out?
One of the residents, Shani Govender, says the stench is infiltrating water pipes, and she also fears airborne diseases.
We cannot live like this anymore. It's unbearable. It's unbearable that every day we have to go through torture like this. It's not fair on the residents, the elderly, the children. Our animals are also getting sick, our pets. It's not fair. It's not fair. We're paying our rates, we're doing our duty as required, but there's no results at the end of the day for us.
Meanwhile, residents say the ongoing sewage spill is affecting their daily lives.
And we have to cross the water to get into my yard. And it gets stuck underneath your feet. And we're messing the yard, going into the house with the smell. And the whole house starts to stink.
Well, you can't eat. You can't eat with the doors open. It's hot. January is hot. So how do you eat inside? How do you have supper and with the smell, or lunch with the smell?
Across the metro on Brickfield Road in Overport, residents have been fighting the same battle.
We were told that there is an issue with the pipes. So the pipes are now broken or corroded, and that is why we're going through this. So when it rains, it mixes with the storm water and pushes through the sewer. So storm water and sewer is mixing. That's what you get coming out on either side. It comes out as bad as raw sewage outside our kitchen windows, outside our bedroom windows. So we basically have to live with your windows closed because of the smell that comes in. If you were here last week, it was coming down and flowing down the bank, and being summer, it's rotting.
Residents are questioning why the maintenance of infrastructure is not prioritized by the municipality.
We're hoping that this year, within the new budgets, they could actually focus more on sorting out the sewage and sorting out the electricity, because I know we're not the only building that has been dealing with sewage. Even on the main roads, you get sewage popping out and it goes into the water. So we know that it's been difficult since after the floods, but right now they need to take first priority, because we can't live in a dirty environment, nor can we live without electricity.
The eThekwini municipality has not only been marred by the ongoing sewage issues. Theft of copper cables is also plaguing the city. At a busy business precinct in Inanda Road, residents allege that streetlights have not been functional for years.
This road runs down that way for about 2 kilometers, and then it runs up this way for another maybe 5-6 kilometers. So I have taken a lot of visuals last night for you, because obviously you can't see them now in the day. From the visuals, you'll be able to tell by yourself, probably 1 in 15 poles has a working light. We keep sending reference numbers, we keep reporting it, and we keep getting told you'll have to wait, or the problem is being attended to, it's being escalated, but we don't see any progress. That's where it is. There's no progress.
Those who reside in the area say that the lack of adequate lighting is breeding and enabling criminal activities.
You just get these thugs out of nowhere. They'll come and put a knife on you, and once your bag, your cell phone, or even if you did shopping at as you can see, there's shops around here, they will take your stuff. And also when the weather's very bad, it's very difficult for motorists you'll find like traffic because of the street lights. You have to be careful that people are crossing the street, or someone's turning left or right into the garages or the shopping malls. Yeah, so the lighting basically gives us a lot of trouble here.
Last year, 3 suspects, including a registered contractor in the eThekwini municipality's electricity department, was arrested for allegedly stealing 1 million rand worth of copper cables.
Until such time that municipal officials concede that there are things that they've not done right, then of course the problem will not subside. This thing of blaming either COVID-19 or blaming the recent floods is neither here nor there, because some of these problems predate these two incidences. So before COVID-19, we had problems. Before the floods, we had problems. So then, which means that the problem is not necessarily COVID-19, nor is it the floods that we have experienced recently. So then it means that we have to look beyond these two factors and then try to look at the causal factors, the root causes of the problems that we're experiencing.
The Auditor-General's report has made series of adverse findings about the administration of the eThekwini municipality. The report states that irregular expenditure incurred for the 2021-2022 period was to the tune of 1.5 billion rand. The Metro says despite its efforts to provide electricity to communities, cable theft continues to be a hindrance.
The important thing is the issue of those who are dealing with scrap metals, because they are the ones who are creating the market for these thieves. Had it not been for the market, we wouldn't be having a situation that we are currently having now. So very soon our mayor will be having an engagement with them, a robust engagement with them, to say, listen, at the end of the day, other than dealing with scrap metal, you are also a citizen of this country. So you have got a responsibility of raising an alarm in the event that somebody approaches you wanting to sell you stuff that is clearly coming from the infrastructure of government. 90% of the manholes that are clogging in the city are as a result of the foreign objects entering the system. So we are now embarking on educational campaigns to, educate the public that if you dispose of something that is not required to be in the system, these are the consequences. Because if we don't do that, we'll continue to have all these instances of manholes clogging and so forth.
Residents in eThekwini will join the rest of the country as they pin their hopes on the State of the Nation address by President Cyril Ramaphosa, hoping that the first citizen will have a meticulous plan to turn the tide. Jade Paulser, SABC News, Durban.